Racial profiling refers to the discriminatory practice by law enforcement officials of targeting individuals on crime based on the individual's race, ethnicity, religion, or national origin. CADI, known as the Community Contacts Policy, is an intelligence gathering policy of the Toronto Police Service involving the stopping, questioning, and documenting of the individuals when no offense is being investigated.
Racial profiling is confirmation of racism. For many years, people with racially diverse backgrounds have been stereotyped as criminals, and studies have shown that people from racialized backgrounds do receive different treatment from police. Surveys showed that over 50% of Black high school students felt that their racialized groups were targeted by police and have experienced this harassment firsthand. But it doesn't end there. Racial profiling within the education system poorly affects racialized youth because they are targeted for behavior issues and learning at a slower pace than others, meaning that racialized youth have a higher dropout rate due to more severe punishments. This also means that it will be harder for racialized youth to get good jobs due to the lack of education. Racial profiling prevents people from racialized backgrounds from getting affordable resources, creating division among the community, and sometimes even forces people to change their behaviors in hopes of not being profiled.
Racial profiling has been a very predominant issue within police practice for the Toronto Police Services for decades. From a young age, Black youth in Toronto will be stopped and questioned for no reason other than their appearance. From a study conducted by the York University Institute for Social Research, surveying over 1,200 Toronto adults, the data found that particularly Black males were much more likely to report involuntary police contact than either whites or Asians. The sample reported 44% of Black males surveyed had been stopped and questioned by police. Furthermore, the survey showed that 30% reported being stopped on 2 or more occasions. This shows that Black people are being surveillanced at higher rates than white people. A majority of the stops have not led to arrests. It can cause alienation, mistrust, and internalized racism among the Black community of Toronto. In 2012, the Chief of Toronto Police Services, Bill Blair, conducted a police and community engagement review. The main goal of the review is to enhance public trust and safety while delivering bias-free services. The review had the main goal of addressing the issue of racial profiling in specific. In a graph provided by the Toronto Star, it shows the PACER has been lowering incidences of carding to an all-time low between January 2012 to December 2014. There have been many studies on the way that police exercise authority and how the general public react to it. People respect and respond in a positive manner towards the police when there is a feeling of respect from them. The two-way street of respect could eventually increase public trust and lessen the segregation between the police and the Black community in Canada.
1978 to 1992, 14 Black individuals were shot by Ontario police officers, 8 killed. 1992, the government creates a commission which will examine why particular races get different treatment. 1995, a survey of 3,400 Toronto high school students found that 52% of the Black students felt the police treated members of their race worse in comparison to others. Also in 1995, the Commission on Systematic Racism in the Criminal Justice System issued a 445-page report confirming that police abuse towards minority races is embedded in routine practices. In 2002, the Toronto Star releases singled out their data analysis which showed the Toronto police treated people of African descent differently during searches, arrests, and detentions. 2003, the Kingston Police enforced 1 year their officers would fill out a form when making a traffic or pedestrian stop. In 2005, data showed Black residents were 4 times more likely to be pulled over than white. In 2010, 1.7 million contact cards were filled. Racialized youths were 2 times more likely to get stopped. 2014, the Toronto Police Service Board drafted a new policy which would continue the active carding, and this was approved in 2015.
The case with Sammy Yatim's death must be known for the majority in Toronto. The situation happened in a local streetcar where Yatim caused panic by threatening passengers with a knife. When Sammy refused to come out of the streetcar and made few steps back, the police fired a total of 9 times, killing him. Eric Osser was killed at his apartment during an execution of a search warrant. He didn't comply when the police officers demanded he show his hands and get on the floor and was actively resisting. Policemen Kavanagh and Osser engaged in a struggle in which Eric Osser was shot eventually. Andrew Loco was suffering from mental illness. He had lived in his building for 6 years with no incident. He began having issues with the family on the apartment above due to loud noises. He had an episode in which he had a hammer in hand and was very angry. The police were called, and within 25 seconds of the police arriving, he was shot and killed.
Black Lives Matter is an international movement promoting awareness of unfair treatment towards Black individuals, and it was launched in 2013. The movement made its way to mainstream social media and brought awareness of the maltreatment from police towards Black individuals. Black Lives Matter Toronto is the chapter of the movement which advocates to tackle these issues in the city of Toronto.